Kenneth Gainwell getting first team carries over Miles Sanders? Could it be he's your number one running back? Dallas still stinks. Goodbye, do it, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So day 2, the second day of practice, just finished for the Eagles, and Kenneth Gainwell was taking first team reps. Could this mean that Miles is going to lose his starting spot? We're going to get into it in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, make sure if you like the content, you subscribe, hit that like button, and if you've been subscribed for a while, just double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Just a quick announcement too, I should be live at some point later this afternoon, so look for that. I'll try to give you a heads up of when I'm going to do it. But the Eagles just finished practice today, and we're hearing a lot of things today like, oh, the offense is really struggling. Jalen Hurts is really struggling. They haven't had a great practice. But I look at it like this. Well, if the offense is struggling, does that mean the defense is playing really well? I mean, it's all how you look at it. Before they get on the field, before they play the game, I'm not gonna try to swing one emotional way to the other with this. Take it for what it is. Take the good, take the bad, and then we'll see when game time comes. Now, let's go over the injury report before we start. Pound Eagles practice report. Will not practice, Zach Pascal. Now, Zach Pascal had food poisoning. I know what food poisoning is like, okay? I know what it's like. I've had it twice. Sucks, okay? I will say this, though. Getting like a dairy food poisoning is a lot worse than getting like food poisoning from meat. I eat my steaks medium rare, really almost rare, okay? And one day I undercooked that mother humper, and let me tell you, I was watching Batman in the theater, and the theater started spinning. Dude, I spent half the movie in the bath. It was disgusting. So always cook your meat, your steaks, right temperature. And I haven't had steak since. I'm getting off topic here. Carrick Wheatfall, COVID progression. Limited, Fletcher Cox, COVID progression. Jason Kelce, COVID progression. Is this not... Am I crazy here? Or is this not the best the Eagles have had in their injury reports? Like, this has got to be the healthiest the Eagles have been in years coming into training camp. I mean, there's no real significant injuries. Sure, you got some guys on the physically unable to perform list, but this seems like the Eagles haven't been this healthy in a long, long time. Kind of crazy. Also, I got to talk about the quote of the day, right? Jason Kelce, he was given press conference, and I thought he had the best quote, especially when talking about the media, talking about expectations. Here's what Kelce said. Every time the media thinks we're going to be good, we're shitty. Every time the media thinks we're shitty, we're good. Goal is not to be shitty with high expectations, Pound Eagles. And that's the issue here. No matter what at this point, you have high expectations, okay? The Eagles have them. So, there's nothing that you really can do about that, okay? It is what it is. Now, like I was saying earlier, the offense apparently struggled a lot today, okay? Everybody was saying it that was there. The Eagles were struggling. Hurts threw, some interceptions. It was a bad day for the offense, I guess you could say. However, does that mean it was good for the defense? I mean, you had interceptions from guys like Anthony Harris, Avonte Maddox, Epps. I mean, people were getting interceptions today. What were they playing good? Was the defense playing good? It is what it is. It's hard to know because you don't know what the offense is specifically working on or trying. So I don't get too caught up in it. But it looks like it was a good day nonetheless for the defense rather. I'm sorry. And then to me the biggest news out of today really is Kenneth Gainwell was getting first team reps with the offense. This could be a sign that, he's your starting running back. We kind of know, or kind of feel a lot like the coaching staff kind of last year was a little down on Miles Sanders. It just seemed like that, and really high on Kenneth Gainwell. However, you have to see how the rest of the camp goes, because you could have a situation where one day Gainwell is your first, is running first team reps. Then the next practice it's Miles Sanders running first team reps. They could just be splitting. I really don't look at the Eagles and say they've got a pure number one running back. I don't see it like that. Like, I think Miles should get most of the carries. He technically, I think, should be your number one. And I think he can run for 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards. I do. I really do. But I really don't see him as a clear-cut number one. I see the Eagles running back more as a running back by committee. So to me, I have a feeling, and this is just me saying, I have a feeling that, you're going to see Gainwell get first team reps. You're going to see other practices where it's Miles getting first team reps. And it's going to be interchangeable because they're going to use both running backs. They're going to use 3 running backs, okay? They might even use 4 running backs. The Eagles are going to have a running back by committee more so than anything else, in my opinion. The other interesting thing today, well, I don't think this is that interesting or that surprising, but people keep talking about this, and I don't totally get it, right? There's a lot of talk about Haason Reddick dropping into coverage. He's going to drop into coverage this year. I mean, I thought that was the plan all along. When they signed Haason Reddick, they even talked about using him multiple ways. I mean, sure, he's primarily, you want him to rush the passer because he's a 10-plus sack guy over the last 2 years with 2 different teams. So you want to use him to his strength. But of course he's going to drop back in coverage. When the Eagles are going to be using multiple fronts, that's the plan. They want to use multiple fronts. You're going to use him in different ways at different times. I don't understand why that's a shock to anybody. But like I was reading some Elliott Shore-Parsons, it was kind of acting like that's a big surprise. Why is that a surprise? You're going to be running 4-3, 3-4s, 3-3-5s, all those kind of things. So why would that be a surprise that he's going to be at times dropping into coverage? To me, the whole key to it is he can't, he's still got to rush the passer. He's got to get his double-digit sacks. As long as he does that, I don't care that he drops back in pass coverage. I don't think it's going to be something that they do 30% of the time, 40% of the time. But as long as he's getting his sacks, as long as we're getting to the quarterback, that's what matters. But I don't think that's a shock at all. I think when you play multiple fronts, when you want to play this so-called hybrid defense, of course he's going to do multiple things. So I thought that was a little weird coming out of camp. One guy who's been talking about this is on the road to victory with Jimmy Smith, right? Great guy. I'm actually trying to get him on the show next week because he talks a lot about this. I think from what I've heard of, watching some of his videos, I think he's a Jonathan Gannon kind of guy. So, I think he thinks Jonathan Gannon's going to be pretty good. Jonathan Gannon's more of a question mark, but it'll be a great conversation to have. No question about it. I still think Jonathan Gannon is the biggest question mark on this team. And what worries me about Jonathan Gannon is that if you're running schemes last year that don't fit the personnel you have, then why do it? It sounds like a plane crashed down there. You hear that? It sounds like a plane just crashed. But it didn't. But Jonathan Gannon last year, if he's running schemes and things that don't fit the personnel he has. I don't like that idea of trying to force things. I believe a coach should say, this is what I have. This is what these guys do well. Let me put them in a position to succeed. That's why he's the biggest question mark for me. But as far as Haason Reddick goes, of course he's going to be in pass coverage at times. Of course they're going to use him in multiple ways. They're going to be a hybrid defense running multiple fronts. So it's not surprising to me at all. The practice, it wasn't a very long practice once again. I can't wait till they turn the intensity up of these practices. I can't wait for some hitting to begin. I want to hear more about like Jordan Davis and those guys. Once the hitting goes in, once you start getting the battles of the offensive line versus the defensive line, I think you're going to get some good battles. But today you're going to hear Hurts struggled and the defense, they were good. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna put up Jalen Hurts' numbers every good, practice he has and every bad practice he has. I don't see the point until they're actually playing games. But that's just my opinion. With that said, that's pretty much it for camp today. I will be back later on for a live stream at some point. So look for that. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. It's how we vision. We're all just living in it. 3 episodes left. 3 episodes left of Better Call Saul. And I don't know if you guys heard, but the name of this week's episode is Breaking Bad. It is Breaking Bad, which I gotta think that means we're going to see Walter and Jesse this week, right? I gotta think it's coming. So, oh man, I can't wait for this episode. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm hoping there's 3 episodes left. I hope we at least get 2 episodes in the Breaking Bad timeline. Then in the last one could be Gene, and whatever happens to him, it'll be awesome. With that said, Denzel Washington out.